the pounding.
Give me a hell yeah!
This is the way.
You guys can see better.
Aim for his back.
You watch the game from, I can see where I watch the game from.
Inconceivable! Inconceivable. Inconceivable!
Pokemon cards.
I just heard about they're gonna jack a load of these Pokemon cards.
Brand new 16-bit Super Nintendo with Super Mario World. Wow!
Gamers, happy Tuesday. What's up and welcome to the Gaming Lifestyle Lounge. I'm America's #1 online host, always late, Ben, the Parvinator Parvin. Hey guys, good to see you. Welcome.
I'm sorry, man.
Sorry, I'm running late. How you guys doing? Welcome and yeah, happy Tuesday. I missed yesterday. I was feeling, well, terrible. I was feeling not so good. I was having a bad headache, which is kind of a frequent thing, but when it really hits, man, it's like, it's just, I don't know. I'm not myself, but all right, I'm back today. We're going to try it again.
Let's see if anybody here has a question. Does anybody here have a question?
I got a question. Why can't these two, Groudon and Kyogre, why can't they be friends? I don't get it. I don't know. Here's the thing. There's everybody loves Rayquaza. That's what I hear. And we've already gotten a little lore in the game. Someone in when we last streamed on Friday, oops, I lost my video. Must not have set it to loop. 1 second. Someone, one of the NPCs, and I wanted to go back and try to rewatch some of the story stuff because I was having a really good time on Friday. We had a good crowd around here. It was fun. I was paying way more attention to the chat than the game, which is what I want to do. But we are getting to a climactic point in the game here. We just got one more badge to go, and yeah, we've got 2 box legendaries fighting each other. We have been told to go to the Sky Pillar and get the 3rd box legendary, the one that would be on this box, Emerald, which I had the game, but I ditched the box somewhere along the line. Dumb. Inconceivable. Dumb decision. That's okay. Well, you know, having just moved, I also am trying to give myself some grace because at a certain point when you're moving and you're packing all that stuff, I don't know if you guys have ever had that moment where you look around at stuff, especially when you're like, you know, you've already packed what some of the stuff you feel is the most important to you. And then you get to the other stuff and you're like, why? What is all this shit? Why am I surrounded by all this? How did I get here? But anyway, maybe you don't feel that way. Who knows? And the move is almost done. I mean, we're here. That is to say, we just have another box or 2 out there, and we're doing the closet shuffle, but that's better than having a bunch of stuff, you know, out, you know, ready to trip you as you're on your way through the living room. All right, well, without further ado, well, maybe 30 more seconds of ado, let's play a little clip from the last stream. Just something to catch us up, and then we'll jump on over into the gameplay. Good to see you guys. Happy Tuesday. Thanks for coming.
Why can't we be fair?
Sky Pillar it is. We gotta head to the Sky Pillar, folks. Yeah, it must be some bad blood between these two. So somewhere along the line, somebody made a yo mama joke or something, you know. Something set somebody off that for one person there was a red line. You do not cross a line in the sand, and one of them must have crossed it. And ever since then, they've just, I guess it helps that the 2 of them have pretty much been in this, like, you know, long slumber until these dorks from Team Magma and Team Aqua came around and woke them up. Let's get this game rolling. Oh, don't pause. I want to get rid of the HUD. 1 second. We had some issues from my emulator, on our first stream back after the move last week. Thursday, I believe. But I haven't seen those issues since then, so hopefully we're good. Seemed like a restart on the computer fixed that, so. Must have got some wires crossed somewhere. I hope you guys are doing okay. Welcome. Alright, so let me get my head on straight for 1 second. We are supposed to go to... we're supposed to go to the Sky Pillar. That's our next, according to what everyone's told us, that's our next sort of big destination. I think I was seeing it down... Okay, so if this is Sotopolis, I was seeing it as one of these, like... Maybe it was... There it is, yeah. Okay, so we just have a couple squares on the grid to go here. Rotes, what's up, man? Welcome. I don't know why you'd feel ripped off, Rotes. Welcome. We're playing some classic retro games. The Sega is working now. It's got the right adapter. Well, it's got an adapter that works better, I guess. I'm using a Super Famicom one on it. Yeah, we want to go down here to Sky Pillar. But yeah, I do want to get some Genesis in on, yeah, man. Well, I really want to play some Shining Force, too. And honestly, I want to play the other games we have, too. I want to do some Jurassic Park, and I want to get into... We never beat Sonic 2 on the stream, or, well, I never beat it in general, so... We got to do that sometime soon. Yeah, there will be a lot more Sega. I think I'll be taking a little Poke break. I have to put some good time between these games, because although they're really fun, to stream them takes me forever. I'm saying it like the Sandlot. Forever. Hey Ash Ketchum, what's up? Welcome. Can he catch him? Yes, he can. Another Tentacool. How you doing, Rotes? Welcome. Ash, we're supposed to head over to Sky Pillar now to try to find Rayquaza. We got a scoop that Rayquaza has refereed this fight between Kyogre and Groudon at least once before, and I guess that's sort of our path to success. I think I have to head east in order to go back down and then west. Yeah, okay, we need to head to that actual route down there. So yeah, we're on our way to Sky Pillar. We just saw the big battle. In fact, if you guys want to see it real quick, it's a really sweet scene, and you know you get a preview of it, of course, during the during the like intro of the game. But I don't think I have the microphone set up on this one, but it's a pretty it's like a 20-second thing. Let's watch it real quick.
Go ahead and jump, jump.
The pounding.
Give me a hell yeah.
This is the way.
It was a pretty intense. That's an intense fight. Oh yeah, we just got going about 12 minutes ago. Ash, yep. Only just started the game, really. But yeah, so that was sort of the big. That was sort of the. That and then some of the cutscenes and whatnot that happened in the immediate aftermath of that fight between those two ancient legendary Pokemon. And we got the scoop that Kyogre is, at some time in the past, the two of them were warring, and I guess it was Kyogre that came in and got him to chill the heck out. So that seems to be worth a shot. We're gonna go see if we can find Kyogre, who's been reported as flying around, and now we know that it's at Sky Pillar. We did this route one time before, but there's like, you can really get caught in those rapids, so maybe there's some stuff we haven't seen. Oh, with that being said, it could be hard to even find the Sky Pillar if I think this route kind of, there's a bit of a maze to it, I think, with the... Yeah, I might have gotten a name mixed up, sorry. Yeah, of course, the two that are fighting are Kyogre and Groudon, and we're trying to go wake up Rayquaza. Yeah, sorry. The red and the blue are fighting, and we're trying we're trying to go find the green one to make them chill out. Whacked out, I'm very proud of your progress here, but you might need to let somebody else have a turn. I think we're a little low level for this portion of the game. We have a sweet team, but... Yeah, sorry, I probably get the names mixed up a lot, but yeah, KYOGRE is the, of course, that's the one from Sapphire, I guess, the cover of Sapphire. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Everybody loves Rayquaza. He apparently knows how to chill these two fighting Pokemon, or warring Pokemon out. Ugh. I was like, why do I feel so bad right now? And the fan that I'd been using, I don't know what happened, but it was off. I think I accidentally hit the timer on it or something. Beat. I'm beaten. That's it. Done. How you guys doing? Hope you had a good weekend. I missed yesterday. I was feeling pretty crappy. You know, I still don't want Whacked Out to evolve just yet. I keep putting off this decision, and it's actually gone up a few levels. Okay, yeah, I've been enjoying Pokemon Crystal 251. I'm playing that one as well. That's another ROM hack from the same author of this one. You know what time it is. Let's talk a little bit about the ROM hack, just quickly. In the YouTube description, you'll find links to all of ZombiAnton's ROM hacks. This is one of them, Emerald 386. It lets you get all 386 Pokemon right here within this one game, you know, right here in Hoenn. So if you're on YouTube, I got it down in the description. I should get something to do this automatically for me. But yeah, let me get it. Let me get it for you, those of you on Twitch. There we go. But yeah, and this is one of many ROM hacks that he's done. We've played a couple of the. We did Yellow 151 and Crystal 251. Similar concept with you being able to get all the pokes in that gen. Okay, cool. All the Pokemon that were available up to that point, you know, all within that game. Sorry, multitasking here. Cool. All right, let's do more multitasking and get rid of this Tentacool. Get out of my sight. I guess I might as well do a little exploring. Nothing in that corner, huh? Kind of curious when the Braille comes into play. You know, don't give any like storyline spoilers, but is that more of like a when can you do, you know, because I've been finding those little inserts or whatever in all the rock, and in the instruction booklet they even pretty much told you, like, hey, you're gonna run into some Braille. There's just such a really funny wording, like it might even, you know, you're gonna run across some strange language. It might even be Braille or something, you know, some strange markings or something. And then it just goes on to say, it might even be Braille. Could be. I think we fought this guy already. Mr. Swimmer. Maybe I'll eventually do a diamond or pearl, or well, I guess I could just go ahead and do platinum, I suppose. I don't know if it's significantly better than the other two, but you know, I suppose I could. I've never played that generation at all. Not, you know, with this gen, I bought Emerald around the time it came out, but I was a little bit. I'd already been through, you know, the first couple waves of Pokemania, and I was just a little burned out on it, I think. And I bought Emerald at the time, knowing that I probably wasn't gonna, you know, play all of it, and I started a file on it at some point, but I only made it a couple of gyms through. So, but with Gen 4, I haven't touched it. You have your sights on the Pokemon League. Keep at it. You got it, man. We'll be there. I love these level 6, 7 tentacles. Waste of time. Hello, Parv. It's Diana. I had a battle yesterday and I won. It's fantastic. Well, I'm happy for you, Diana. Good going. I'm in the middle of a triathlon, but sure, why don't we battle? You're in the middle of a triathlon, come on. You got better things to do than to fight Pokemon right now. Or at least more pressing. Stay in there, Pine Sol. You know, one thing that ZombiAnton mentioned that I think is fascinating is that for some of the Pokemon, in order to get them in your decks for this game, he had to, you know, put them into a trainer's team, and he didn't mess with the gyms and stuff, so just a few of the, you know, kind of NPC trainers out there. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Edge? Welcome. Thank you. Yeah, I needed that haircut badly. How you doing? Happy Tuesday. Hope you're doing well. New haircut, new me. I don't know. I get... it's almost too long right now. Like, I'm getting increasingly bugged by having any hair, like, on my eyes. It just bugs the shit out of me. You know, to the point where I think it's like I'm sort of squinting, or it's like I get headaches because I'm not, you know... Vision's already not that great, and anything that's, you know, gunked up glasses or whatever... Over time, I'll just like, I think because I'm doing like little micro squints all day, then over time I'll just get these really bad headaches. But yeah, all that is to say, I don't know, I get it's a texture thing, I guess, but I cannot stand it in my eyes. Ichigo, what's up, man? How's it going, buddy? Parvination is live. It's Dave. Ichigo Dave's here. Man, did you guys get to do a turtle stream? I did a disappearing act over the weekend. There was a lot of errands. There was a trip to my my wife's grandparents for some brunch. Pancakes were had. I feel like yeah, that was in a little bit of a... I was too busy living to hang out on Twitch, which it's like, dude, you gotta get your priorities straight, man. You're all mixed up. Hey, pal, welcome. I think she could probably do it. I think she could probably pull it off. I'm a kind of a sweaty mess now, but I will say the guy that cut my hair the last couple times, he does a really good job. There was some good texturing and stuff or good layering that I think would be tough for an amateur to pull off, but who knows? Yeah, well, you know, all jokes aside, yeah, Ichigo, you do, I feel it's like I don't know. If you do anything you know, sort of creative leaning or performance leaning, you know, whatever, you gotta actually get out and live some too. You know? That's where everything comes from, you know, like that's, you know, that gives you the fuel and the context to be good when you are, you know, like sequestered from the outside world, and you're doing something creative or you know, up on stage or doing some kind of performance or something. Yeah, you gotta you gotta have that time out doing stuff, meeting people, going places. Yeah. Edge, I'm curious, like how big of a beard do you have? I'm out here like father time. Yeah, the watchers, you guys gotta break away every now and then too. I for your own good, you know. Do 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 do. But yeah, I definitely think you definitely gotta get out and live to have some kind of. It's not like necessarily material to have, it just, you know, it is, but it's not only that. That's like not the best descriptor, you know. It's we're looking, just to hone in on the game for half a second. We're trying to find Sky Pillar. We're getting kind of okay, we're just a couple of clicks to the west away. Just bushy, yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm curious, how long has it been since you were clean shaven? Sometimes it's hard to like remember how it felt before, like if your hair grows really long or something, it can, you know, you can sort of forget how it feels, or, you know, like anytime I've ever had a dramatic haircut or something, that those first couple showers, it's like, whoa, what the hell, you know, like this. All right, I need way less shampoo. And you're just the way, yeah, or putting on a hat or something, like, and you notice it just feels completely different. And yeah, with the beard, I could grow a decent one, but I have like really sensitive skin, so I don't know. I would rather deal on the sensitive skin aspect. I would honestly rather deal with shaving and then like being able to throw on, you know, a moisturizer and stuff versus like, I don't know. I get so itchy when I have a beard. It just bugs the crap out of me, and it gets like it'll get really dry and stuff. And like even if I try to use beard wax or some kind of moisturizer, you know, it like, you ever put on like sunscreen in a beard or something, and it's like, obviously if it's thick enough you might not really have to do that much, but it's like if you just even have like a few days stubble or something, putting on lotion or sunscreen, and it's like all getting caught up in it, it's not rubbing. It's like, so yeah, I bet that felt crazy to get the dreads off. Yeah, a literal weight off your back and your neck, I bet. Ichigo said I had a beard once. It got gnarly. Oh man, I think you might have mentioned something. Did you get a suggestion from your wife to maybe consider changing that or something? I feel like this seems kind of familiar. Past your shoulders. Yeah, I mean, at that point it really is like you got something weighing down on you, and then to have them off, I bet, oh, they felt like, oh, I'm getting too much wind, or I'm getting, what is all, you know. I feel light. That's separate. Okay, right. Dun, dun. I will say the last couple times my stubble's grown out, I've been a little like, wait, what? I have a few. I think it's a little patchier than it used to be. I think it would all that. I think, you know, after a couple of weeks, it would, you know, it would be a wash at that point. I don't think it would really be that noticeable. But yeah, maybe I've nicked myself a few times shaving or something since then. Or where's this sky pillar? We're probably getting close to it now. Hey, you look suspicious. The sea, the sea, the sea. The sea as far as these eyes can see.
Inconceivable.
Oh, the long hair, right. Okay, yeah. That was the one you got a strong suggestion to cut. Some would say an ultimatum. I'm leaving you and I'm taking the kid. If you don't, if you don't cut that long hair. Yeah. Well, and it's going to be one of those things where it's going to look, I'm sure to an extent it will look all wrong when you do it, just because you're so used to having the beard, you know, and like, there's some funny videos of some like little super cuts of people surprising their, you know, like immediate family. I was watching when it was just all dads, like coming out coming out with their like you know, freshly shaven. They had a beard for a long time. Maybe that's all the kid ever knew, and you know, and yeah, they're coming out and either you know, getting the reactions from the spouse and or the kids. Yeah, a lot of the kids don't take it well. It's funny. Yeah, that's funny, Palpuck. Yeah, I guess that happens. It does look a little like that, now that I think of it, when I see like pictures of someone who just shaved a beard they'd had for a while. Have they had a little extra sunscreen, a little extra sun protection? Yeah, it can have just a little bit of a yeah, lighter shade than everything else. Yeah. I hope, yeah. Totally. Well, good luck if you, you know, do decide to shave it. And it is getting, well, I guess, you know, for, I don't know how many viewers we have in the Southern Hemisphere, but yeah, for most of us, it's, you know, getting to be spring and summer will be here soon, so. I remember sometimes having a haircut, like in the, you know, sometimes getting a pretty big haircut or something, or dramatic haircut, like, you know, at the just dog days of summer, sometime in August or something, and it just, yeah, being like an instant, oh my god, I feel so much better. My dad had, his thing was a mustache. I knew he had a mustache my whole life. And he eventually evolved it into the old man beard, which I think is a common transformation. But yeah, he had the Parvinator Senior had a mustache going for pretty much his whole adult life. And a big, like, Tom Selleck one, you know. People of Pacific Log are together with the sea and Pokemon from the time they are born. Yeah, okay, yeah. Well, hold on to that beard just a little bit longer, you know, it's a... Keep that head warm. You know, put the beanie on or the toboggan. I've grown a stash really only like I did it. I one time didn't shave for a couple of weeks before Halloween, and I was gonna be George Harrison, and I had this like really big. It's still here somewhere, but I had this like really long, you know, very psychedelic, very shagadelic. No, I had this like really long, you know, like Nehru. Well, I had a couple things. One was like this Nehru jacket, like this was like this red and black, kind of a Nehru, like long. This one's like a longer one, or kind of a combination between that and a trench coat, but with like black and white or black and red paisley on it and stuff. And I don't know, it was kind of just, you know, I found some groovy clothes for it, and I thought it could just be like another day in '67 for old George. But no one talks like that at all, especially no one in the Beatles. But yeah, I just grew everything out for like a couple weeks, and then I shaved it down to the stash. It looked funny. You know, I think I could grow a decent one, but yeah, I'd be really bugged by the itchiness, I think. Damn, we made it to Pacific Log, not where I was trying to go. Yeah, Palpuck, that can bug me too. It gets so itchy. Yeah, or just, you know, you feel a little prickly feeling of your whiskers hitting your mouth, and yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. There was like yeah, I guess, you know, like extreme weather, and on both ends of the extremes across the country last week with crazy snowstorm and stuff. I think the groundhog told us we had more weeks of winter, but I did a video on Groundhog Day. It's still up, and I always forget to share it for Groundhog Day, but I did a little edit of, it was like, I think it was the first Groundhog Day maybe during COVID, or like, so it was like, I should say it was the 2021 Groundhog Day, I believe, and, you know, we're well into it at this point, and, they had like supporters of their little group, the Puxatani, like whatever they call themselves, Puxatani Phil, so on and so forth, Society, you know. That's the name of the little groundhog. But they had, I guess you could like maybe supporters of the group could have like a little cardboard cutout out, and the whole thing was just a ghoulish affair, which it already is just a funny, like this seemingly like some ancient rite to have the groundhog, you know, tell us about winter and stuff. And the way that the seriousness with which they treat it at times, and then alternating with everyone not being able to keep from laughing too, but the whole thing was a very ghoulish affair, and I don't know, I did a dumb video edit. It's on YouTube. It's one of the oldest videos on there, but someone replied to it. The whole thing is just a weird, like, I was just mostly trying to learn some new editing techniques at that point. Where like I was playing around. I had someone reply that like, I didn't learn anything from this, or something. Something like, yeah, I don't remember how they worded it, but just like, I came here to learn something about Groundhog Day, and I didn't learn anything. And it's like, oh my god, how long into the video did that, you know, Did you come to that conclusion that you weren't really going to glean a lot of interest or understanding from this? Was it, you know, 2 seconds in when I show when I do quick cuts between the different like people's cutouts and have it like superimposed screaming on top of each of them as it cuts to the different ones? Was it then? Like that was because that was like 2 seconds in. It's Jessica. Will you listen to this? I like the Safari Zone a lot, but whenever I go, I get lost. All that tall grass, and it's too spread out. Much too spread out. I feel better getting that off my chest. I'm off to the Safari Zone again. Getcha. We're getting some knowledge about hedgehogs and groundhogs. I know it's been asked about Sonic and his origin as a hedgehog, and it's, I guess at some point some of the folks from Nintendo of America were trying to say like this is not recognizable enough. As an animal. I learned about hedgehogs. I'm okay, which came first for me? Learning of Sonic or learning of hedgehogs? The thing is, it was all so early that I don't know. You know, contemporaneous. I was learning everything. But yeah, I was just just a wee lad. Yeah, did I say yeah, not NOA, but yeah, the Sonic USA team. I forget what they called them, what they were called. Yeah, thank you. Sorry. Just a wee lad. Oh my, I'm terribly sorry. William Wallace. In my haste, I didn't notice that I'd left you behind. I've opened the locked door of the Sky Pillar. Parv, let's be on our way. So Wallace and I, and Wallace is the gym leader for the 8th gym. I definitely learned about echidnas from Sonic the Hedgehog. Valbuck, now I like to think of Nintendo of America. This is part of their like, now look, this is part of their like anti-Sonic propaganda as he's about to launch in the US, you know. Look, does anybody really know what a hedgehog is, guys? Come on. We've got earthquakes. Not a moment to waste. So we're trying to go rake up Rayquaza. We're gonna wake up well, it's already awoken. I keep saying wake up. We're gonna go try to approach Rayquaza and see if we can get it to help us calm Kyogre and Groudon, who are battling. Rescuers Down Under. Okay, I never saw that movie all the way through. It was on one time at daycare. That's cute that there's one in it. I want to see it now. 1990. It's funny. I remember the little, you know, mice or rats, whatever, but I don't remember the kid. 1990. Well, looks like. Did it start with the movie? 1990. 1 hour, 17 minutes. We had a 77-minute runtime, folks. Let me, 1 second, I'll get it to where you guys can see it. I wonder, yeah, did they ever do anything else for this as well? I remembered it as a movie, yeah. And it is, so yeah. But yeah, I was curious because I never had Disney Channel as a kid, but they did a lot of you know, series for shows as well. Like, well, you know, like you'd have the movie and then they'd, you know, have some series on it or something. But they'd replace all the biggest actors. You know, the like big you know, acting talent they had for the like, you know, big blockbuster movie. Sorry, let me get this to where you guys can see it. The Rescuers Down Under is a 1990 American animated adventure film produced by Walt Disney Feature Animation and the sequel to The Rescuers. I didn't realize it was a sequel, but yeah, I guess I'm only vaguely familiar with The Rescuers and a you know, somewhat familiar with Down Under. Wow. Interesting. It was an early version of it entered development in '62, but was shelved due to Walt Disney's dislike of its political overtones. Learn some more about that later. I have seen, so when I see the poster for The Rescuers, that looks familiar. My wife saw a lot more, like, older Disney stuff. I was mostly seeing this stuff from late 80s and 90s as a kid. She, you know, her grandparents would, like, buy every movie that, you know, Disney would pull something out of the vault, or even, I guess, you know, like during the VHS and DVD days, they would, like, buy a lot of the older stuff, too. Much of that I haven't really seen. But, you know, some, like a smattering. 101 Dalmatians. Some of the biggest, but Snow White. The situation is getting worse. This isn't good. The weather distortion is spreading even here. PARV, Rayquaza should be farther up from here. I'm worried about Sotopolis. I've got to go back. Everything is in your hands now, little kid. Don't fail us. Guys, everything in our adventure has prepared us, up until this point, has prepared us for this moment. Let's go see if we can get Rayquaza to talk some sense into two warring Pokemon. I walked up to the center, I was like, oh yeah, what's this? Oh yeah, that's right, it is a giant sky pillar. Wow. I'm not familiar with this Pokemon. Banette? A lot of the Gen 3 stuff I feel like I've seen or maybe heard a name before. This is a new one for me. Damn it, don't use curse. Come on, we can't catch you. Don't do it.
I'm sorry, man.
That's sad. That Banette took its own life rather than be caught. Could have let me get to the door. Come on. Is it an evolved form of something we've seen so far? I'm curious about this one. I like it's got this zipper for a mouth. It's got like a club, or like a mace for a tail or something. What could it be? Oh, we used all our PP. What are you doing? We want to try to catch the damn thing. Jeez, why did I do that? Well, if it's not cursed, then I'll just make it faint. But The Pokemon's going down. Very exciting structure here so far, this giant pillar. I'm gonna catch a Banette before we go any further. Oh! That's a good hypothesis, Palpuck. Get us past the first 251, I suppose. That's fun. Ah! Ba-dum-ba-dum-bum. Oh yeah, Surskit. We didn't catch one of those, but I think I've seen them in other people's... Yeah, I think we battled them. Oh, Ninkata, yeah, into Ninjask. That's another one I think we've just seen. Question mark. We don't know yet. Someone was telling me that Sharpedo is like really, you can only catch it on like a few tiles in the game. It's a, I won't say rare, like a, I think I don't know if the encounter rate is like crazy low. It's just that it's only available in a few tiles. I wonder if that's the case. They just blow in smoke like Torkoal. Cacnea just makes me think of acne every time. I can't. There's no. Well, I mean, you know. Mom, my Cacnea is acting up. I put a little Clearasil on it. Ball Toy and Claydol. We've got our Dreidel-related enemies. You know, I didn't know that Claydol was from this generation because I think we had a Claydol in when my wife and I played Brilliant Pearl, and I didn't know its origins, or I didn't know what game it was from, or turns into like a Dreidel golem kind of. I don't know. It's cast form, Ruh-roh. Kecleon, Shuppet. Yeah, sure enough, yeah, we got Shuppet and Banette. Forgotten about this little tissue one. Let's try to catch one. Hopefully I see one on this floor. Oh. Oh! Wait, are we gonna have to have the... Maybe we'll just keep falling, we're, Let's run up here. Gotta get a break in sometime soon. Bad timing. Oh, my. Look at this. And a little opening to it as well. Rayquaza. Wow. We got up here in no time. Is this about to be... No, please no one tell me. Just kind of talking aloud here. I should say that. But is this about to be a catch attempt? I wouldn't think so. I would think it'd be more of a... storyline stuff. My gallbladder. I think that should be the next... I know that there's Crobat, but forget Crobat. It's gallbladder. Or gallbladder. Cool little sprite. Giant serpent Pokemon. Oh, and it's gone.
Inconceivable.
All right, well, Rayquaza is out there flying right now. Hopefully it will settle the other two Pokemon down. Maybe on my... I won't use an escape rope. Oh. Yeah, let's see what we can try to catch on the way down. Yeah, that's a good, yeah, I think that's a good analog for it. The name as well with Quaz. Alright, don't make the clay doll faint. Ancient power. Stocked up on Ultra Balls. That's nice. I think my introduction to and it's funny because I don't know that I've ever heard it said aloud, but Quetzalcoatl, but I feel like I have, and now I'm like, this isn't the enunciation I would usually use, but anyway, yeah, it was definitely Final Fantasy VIII. That was my introduction to that name. At least seeing the name of it. Quetzalcoatl. Quetzalcoatl. Said with such a terrible zero. Nothing like what I just did, but... Claydol, a Claydol Pokemon. 4 feet 11 inches, 238.1 pounds. The Claydol sleeps while hovering in midair. Its arms are separate from its body. They are kept floating by the Pokemon's manipulation of psychic powder. Psychic powder. Give a nickname to the captured Claydol. Yeah. Yeah, Quetzalcoatl, giant winged snake, serpent, flying around in the sky. I have an idea. I'm gonna call it Dreadle. There go EL. Do you? Oh, you know, I think you asked about that one another time that Q-Man came up on this stream. Puck. I think we looked it up. Let's do it again. I did not see it, no. Oh, it looks sweet. I love the, check this out. Look at this shot here. The, maybe not. As I'm looking at this shot, I think it was something else. Yeah, sorry. I know we've talked a couple of, you know, kind of monster-esque movies. Q 1982. Moriarty, the petty swindler. Accidentally intrudes in a case involving a winged deity monster that poses a threat to New York City. He's the only person who has information that can help the police to stop the creature. What year? What year did it say? Oh, 82, that's right. Sweet. All right. Isn't Dreidel spelled with D-E-L at the end? Yeah. Well, you know, it's our approximation. D-R-E-I-D-E-L, yeah. Okay. Bennett. Let's get Bennett. It could come in handy having a ghost Pokemon at a much higher level than some of these others. Dr. Dreidel. I hope that if that artist doesn't exist, Dr. Dreidel, then I think someone's missed their. Yeah, it's yeah, right. Yeah, it's Del on the end. D-E-L, yeah. Dreidel. Oh yeah, sorry, Edge. If you try to reply directly to the things, it just quotes the Restream bot, sadly. Dr. Dreidel. The Beastie Boys are like, damn, we came out way too early. We could have been Dr. Dreidel. We just had some time to think about it, you know? I don't know, I went for the one, like, powerhouse, you know, Jewish hip-hop group that I know, but Jewish American hip-hop group that I'm aware of, but... Dun, 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 dun. I'm sure there's got to be some other big Dr. Dreidel. He's out there somewhere. I know he is. I killed the I didn't actually catch that one, huh? Sadly, it cursed itself. Sweet to have a Sableye this high level. Yeah. You know, that's probably what it is. It's just an actual, like, wedding, bar mitzvah, event DJ, basically. You know, and I'm sure there's 50 of them. You know, like. I'm just saying, if I'm a Jewish kid with 2 turntables and a microphone, I'm calling myself Dr. Dreidel for at least a short time. Should I choose? Yeah, exactly. Should I choose to have a stage name about my centering of my religion? Then yeah. Okay, now let's get our boy out of here. Stop climbing the stairs. We want to go down. When Dr. Dreidel is doing a bar mitzvah, wedding, whatever, you know, he's mixing in some good stuff. He knows how to read the crowd and, you know, kind of you know, give them what they want, right? They're a bunch of millennials. He's gonna hit them with the 90s and 2000s hits. Just watch the tip jar fill up. No, you don't have to be. You don't have to be, but you're more likely to get invited because you'll probably, who knows, maybe you gotta, you know, maybe you're like helping out someone or at the very least someone, you know, you got the recommendation. Someone's like, damn, I gotta do it for my cousin. They're not gonna pay me. They said I could keep the tips. That's okay. Right. Yeah. I'm curious. What was the movie? What's the Coen brothers movie where the kid just gets stoned to the bone before his bar mitzvah, and then it's just like it shows his like vision, like as he's like walking up to go read the Torah and stuff, and like you know, he's got to like recite a long passage, and the pressure is on. He's got to do it in front of the you know, all the folks there for the attending the bar mitzvah. What it just shows his vision is it's like all curved and fucked up as he's like, he's, you know, of course he's a kid, right? He's like walking up to the, you know, yeah, a serious man. Yes, that's it. Yeah, that's a fun. I thought that was a pretty good one. There's a few of theirs that, you know, they don't get as much. Yeah, they don't get as much coverage. I think I saw that one. It was part of this, like, in this college town I lived in, there was this, like, there was the one theater that was doing, you know, like once a week, you know, like indie and foreign films, and like it was part of a series thing. It was like super cheap. It was like $50 or something to see 10 movies. And like, you know, in this big theater and stuff, and like, that was one of them, was A Serious Man. I remember thinking it was, yeah, worth a watch. Yeah, there's still a handful I haven't seen, Pal Puck. There's some stuff that, you know, doesn't like get as much notoriety, but they all tend to be of at least a, you know, it's like, I don't know. It's kind of like sometimes with a certain author, or, you know, with if you like an author or something, there can be a movie that, or rather, there can be the books that get all the coverage, and you'll even hear some people like, oh, don't even bother with these other ones. But if you tend to really like an author's style, you'll at least like, you more often than not will find that the other books at least do something for you or hit a certain threshold, or at least many of them do, more often than not. And that's always kind of fun when you find like an author you like, and then you're reading the more obscure stuff, and you find like oh, this doesn't get talked about it much, but this is good. I enjoyed it, you know. Yeah, I haven't seen that one in a long time, Edge. But yeah, I saw that in theaters, and that was one that was just like, you just left the theater like, you know, I think as intended. But yeah, you leave the theater just like, oh, it's kind of shaking a bit, you know. like one of the old man characters in there, he's just like, oh man, I can't understand this evil. And it's such a great performance from, I guess that was like Javier Bardem, is that his name? That was like his big breakout performance out here, I guess, or that's probably the best way to watch, Ash. Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those movies that kind of sticks with you for a bit. Makes you think. Based on a book, right? Isn't it based on a... Is it based on a McCarthy? Cormac McCarthy? Or am I getting this mixed up with something? Yeah. Yeah, it is. The novel came out in 2005. Interesting. Movie was just... What? Probably just a couple of years after that or something. Pick a side or whatever he says, like he's the whole flipping the coin thing. Just yeah, it was crazy, man. Yeah, yeah. I need to watch that again sometime. The uplifting movie, a very, very uplifting, joyous movie. Now, what does he say? Like, there's something he says, you know, pick a side or something. I can't remember what it, that's not it, but it's like, you know, it's when he's gonna flip a coin. Heads or, maybe he's asking him heads or tails or something, you know. Well, I'm gonna get a little break in. Yeah, we've been at it for about an hour and 11 minutes. Yeah, I'm due a viewing of that one. Call it. That's it, Foulfuck. Yeah, call it. Tells him to call it. The tension in that movie, like, we went to see it maybe opening weekend or something. You know, it had already been out for a day or two, but like, we saw it that first weekend, and man, nobody was talking, you know, like, no, everybody was just enraptured by this movie, and I think a lot of us were just like, you know, it was like, it casts such a dark atmosphere, the whole movie does, and by the end of it, you're just like, when you get to the next, call it, you know, it's just like, oh, oh my god. You know, like, after, you know, you've seen that gag a time or two, and yeah, the tension is insane. Yeah. All right, let's take a little break, guys. This has been fun. Thank you guys for hanging. Let's get a little breather. I'm gonna get a little snack and some refills. Oh, yeah. Oh, God. Oh, man, memory unlocked. Yikes. Well, thanks for hanging. We got Rayquaza running around out there now, and maybe these two can actually get along. I think we need to head back to Sitopolis. I guess I could just fly there. And I think it's time for us to do... It might be time for us to do gym number 8 now that Wallace is, I guess, back at the gym. So, cool. All right, guys, let's get a break in. I'll see you back here in a bit. Thanks for chilling. See you soon. BRB.
He kicks children in the face. He kicks children in the face.
Inconceivable.
The pounding.
Pokemon cards.
All right. I'll follow you, Steven. I'll follow you to the ends of the Poke Earth. Welcome, guys. How you doing? What's up? We're back. Happy Tuesday. All right. I've been off camera this whole time. All right. Let's try this. Off my mark. All right, we're gonna head to Sootopolis now. I just kind of floated over to Pacific Log Town. It's, you know, it happens. Everything ends up there. All the driftwood. We need to go to... Let's just zoom out for 1 second. We need to go now to Sootopolis. We barely explored that city. We ended up there after some story shenanigans involving Groudon and KYOGRE, you know, beginning their epic sumo battle. That's only going to end up, I think, you know, having devastating environmental and economic impacts on the whole area of Hoenn, the whole region, if these two are allowed to keep fighting. So we're supposed to go stop. So we're heading to Sootopolis. Oh, did I never caught... Damn. We didn't get that one that's the evolution of the Kleenex Pokemon. Oh, did I forget my gum? I want gum. Bonus stick. Alright. Ow! I bit my lip. That's okay, I got another one. Alright. I think I never saw through what we were doing here in terms of trying to catch a Banette. Darn. Can you fly to Sky Pillar? I don't think so. Nah. That'd just be crazy. What was it? Yeah, it was the Men's Warehouse, right? You'll love the way you look. You're gonna love the way you look. Welcome to Sootopolis. You know, I mentioned we went to my wife's grandparents' place this weekend. Had some brunch, some pancakes, some the wife had a mimosa. I knew I had some work I needed to get done Sunday night, Sunday. So So I was like, nah, no mimosa for me, please, thank you. But they put on... Is it The Adventures of Superman? Is that the name of it? It was... Yeah, this is it. Yeah, it had... It had... This is the one starring George Reeves. Which, I absolutely heard that last name and had a whole little... wait a minute, is that... Now, I don't know much about Christopher, and then of course I learned that they have different last names as well. One, this is Reeves, and then there's Christopher Reeve. So this was definitely an enlightening, past couple of days for me. But we watched the first 2 episodes of this. I'll pull it up for you guys. Let's see. Wikipedia. I can't type. Yep, here it is. You guys can see it. Let's get it up for you. Ba-bum. Zootopolis Metropolis. That's the thought tangent that brings us here. I guess it started in, let's see, 52, yeah. Man, went for 6 years. Anyway, it's funny. The, I really enjoy the scene at the beginning when the folks of Krypton are all... there's essentially like a Krypton board meeting with all the great minds of Krypton there. Or at least all the leaders, and they're all laughing at Superman's dad. He's like, oh, we're gonna be pulled into the sun. There's something along the lines of yeah. I'll admit, I've never... I know a little bit. I know a little bit of the origin story. For me, it essentially boiled down to his planet was going to be destroyed. Something along those lines. He's sent as a little, little orphan baby. Lands on planet Earth, but to see this 1952 rendition of it was. Video, I should say, TV, action series was something else. Alright, I'm gonna go back and get that one Pokemon. Head west to Sky Pillar. Or wait, are there kind of the... Let me go back. There's this sort of... I think it kind of splits into 2 paths, and we took whatever the northern one was last time. Let's see what's up. Get out of here, Plansol. You got no business in that fight. I think this is it. I think that this is where we need to be.
Oh, frick. Oh, frick. Oh, frick. Oh, crap. Oh, crap.
Yeah, the back sprite is interesting, huh? I guess we're just gonna see the front one from there. His tree is in bloom? Question mark? back to the Sky Pillar we go to try to catch this ghost Pokemon we saw in here. Get out of here, Golbat. I've enjoyed our Poke Run, but I will be thankful when it's over. I think I'm gonna try to do a legendary or two. But part of it is that I've had a lot of life changes over the course of this stream. I got married, had 3 kids. All this in the course of a Pokemon Emerald stream. Right. I watched my youngest graduate from kindergarten. It's been a long go of it. How many episodes? 35. Yeah. Give me a Pokemon. Can't see my game. I think eventually I would like to do a Gen 4 playthrough, because I've never done it, never touched it. That'd be fun. Personally, I would like to do Pokemon... I think I have White. Yeah, I have White, and then I have Black 2. I never played Black 2, and I would like to play that one. I hear... I don't know, it seems to have like a really good critical reception. Retrospectively, at least. Yeah, Gen 4 was the first for the DS. Yeah, it was the big. And then, you know, I guess they also squeezed Gen 5. You know, you would get those Gen 4 games. You would get the Gold and Silver remakes, which, you know, are really critically acclaimed. And very good games. Sorry, not Fire Red, Leaf Green, but, Soul Silver, Heart Crystal, Heart Gold. Sorry. Getting my elements, colors, precious metals. Yeah, to have have that, and then on DS you also have the Gen 5 stuff, so, you know. A lot of DS Pokemon games. Black and White were, yeah, Gen 5s. I really like those. Excuse me. I was really at that point, the only Pokemon I had played were the remakes. Well, I should say, like, that I was still playing. Because I did Gen 1 and 2, skip 3 and 4. But I did play, you know, the Fire Red, Leaf Green. I played Soul Silver and loved it. So it's like, I was still trying to play those first couple gens over and over again. I hadn't introduced myself to very much outside of that at that point. And Gen 5 came around and I heard, okay, you know, there's going to be 150, like a new Pokédex of 150. And I was like, okay, that sounds interesting. Let me try that. All right, I'll jump in. And I think I had read a couple of positive reviews at the time. And picked it up, and I really liked it. That was really good. Yeah. Pokemon, right. Pokemon Tastes Banana Edition. Yellow Tastes Slightly Banana-ish Edition. Claydol. See you, Claydol. Run away. I don't know if that Pokemon is even worth a damn, but I want to catch you, Banette. Banette. Bayonetta. It's just, you know, kind of right off the top throwing the Ultra. I figure why not, but it keeps using Curse, so. Hey, that's something new. There you go, Banette. Banette. Don't use Curse. Oh, Spite looks cool. Ah, don't do that. That's just spiteful, man. Come on. Taking my PP. Alright, let's see. It's probably gonna do Curse. I should just start throwing balls, but. Oh. It looks like I may have a little over 50% right now. Let's see. Yeah. What can we do? Get in there. Darn it. Quit. Dropping the PP of my favorite move. Don't do that. There you go.
Inconceivable!
An abandoned plush doll became this Pokemon. They are said to live in garbage dumps and wander about in search of the children that threw them away. Ooh. And what will they do when they find those kids? What will they do when they've... Oh, 1 second. All right. What will they do when they find those kids? God damn it. That was supposed to be a fade. Some ghosts just disappear. You know, you can do that. That's the thing you can do. Vincenza. An abandoned plush doll. I like it. Too bad I can't do a backwards R right now, but I'm gonna name it Corn. Yeah, crank that one up a little bit. Turn the scat up. All right, I got what I came for, and we caught a. Hey, Hubra, welcome. How you doing? Yeah, the move went well. Thanks for asking. We're just down to the last couple boxes, and still, you know, would love to get that out of the way, but yeah, we're also doing the closet shuffle. You know, there's some stuff that we're gonna break it down and see where to get it to its rightful place eventually, but it's getting shuffled from closet to closet. We'll get there. I have faith. Alright. Yeah, it's been good though. I really like the new place. It feels like a big improvement. There are Ichigo. Yeah, there's some good running routes, man. Yeah, there's a really nice park that I like to run at, and or at least I did when we were last here. I went to walk to that park many days since then, but sadly, man, I hate to say it, but my left knee is, I just gotta face the facts. I got an injury. I've been in denial. And I still can't run on it. I tried yesterday and it hurts. Like as soon as the impact of the jog begins, you know, versus a walk, it's like I'm feeling it just, you know, pretty rough in there. I can't keep it going for longer than 30 seconds. And it sucks because like I feel like my cardio is still there a little bit by way of having run for a while, just been in good shape, but like, yeah, I don't know, I'm losing it, you know? But it's sad because, you know, I feel as if I could go, but it's the knee, and I'm in total denial that, like, you know, that it's probably as bad as it is, or that it needs something, you know, it needs some kind of attention, or I did, yeah. It was like a little sore after one day of running. I think like I was going downhill, and I think I just got the stride a little too extended. This is, picture me running down the hill. I think the stride just got a little too extended at one point, and like for a little bit, and I just sort of felt a little something weird in the knee. I could even sort of point it out, but kind of this, I don't know shit about knees. I tried to look it up too, and it's a complex thing, people, I'll tell you that much. The knee is. But yeah, I jogged that second day on it, and lately I haven't been running 2 days in a row, and usually especially if I've got something that's kind of hurting, I try not to go 2 days, but you know, the mind was willing, but the body wasn't. Like, all right, I'm feeling good. I'm gonna go out for my jog. And on the way back on that second, the second day, I just like basically I got to about the halfway point, and I sort of realized like, oh shit, I should maybe even think about walking, but I was stubborn with that too, because I did at a certain point, you know, you get a bit of, if it's not that injured, you can get a little bit of that runner's high, and it sort of will mask what you're feeling, you know, and I just shouldn't have run on it that second day, you know. I'm on a need-to-know basis, absolutely. Yeah, thanks, Ichigo. Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, I don't know. What's weird about it is when it seems to hurt is like both when I start the run, just the impact of the left leg hitting, and then also sometimes rotation really bugs it. It's like you know, I can walk. I feel like I could bike pretty well, but you know, like if my foot catches on something and I turn, like the knee turns a little bit, or my leg sort of rotates a bit in or out, like I feel like that's when there's just it feels like there's not any strength in it, and it just hurts, you know. So I don't know. I think I should start with at least a knee brace, I think, or like a knee, what do you call it? Well, I guess just one of the like slip-on, you know, brace thing. Shit, what is there a better term for what I'm going for? But yeah. Yeah, sorry, Ichigo. Sucks, man. I love running too. I want to do it. Thankfully this place really rocks for biking as well. And there's a long trail that goes like, you know, 30 miles or something. That's pretty much all of that until a certain, towards the end of, you know, going one way or whatever. It's like all isolated off-road, you know. Not off-road, it's a paved trail, but I should say no intersections with cars until like this. At a certain point you get like 2 and then that's it, and yeah. I used to get a lot of exercise, especially if I hurt myself jogging. I used to hop on my bike and hit the trail, and it's really sweet. I should do that sometime. Yeah, I need to get a brace. Yeah, I think something keeping it together. You know, just keeping the knee, because it feels like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like some compression would help. Something in there is getting loose, and when I walk, I feel like kind of wobble or move a bit like it shouldn't. You know, I don't know, it's weird. Knees. I have it, Ichigo. That sounds kind of hard. I'm trying to think of you know what? I feel like I have kind of a heavy step already. Well, wait. I don't know. Sometimes I hit more than the heels, actually. Not the balls. Yeah. I'm seeing what you're... At first, I thought it was just... I guess I had in my head heels, and then, yeah. I get it, yeah. The Ministry of Silly Walks. I can imagine that. I mean, I'm hurting. At the very least, yeah, I'm hurting now. I need a new pair of shoes, or... It's interesting. I know I've seen... I have a couple of buddies who, as much as I love running, it's like breathing for them. And they do like ultra marathons and stuff, and they, at one point, I know they were doing the like, I forget what they're called. There's like a couple of big brands, but the like toe shoe kind of thing, they were using those and seemed to like them a lot. Yeah. Would that help with something like that? That might help, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go see the doc about it, Ash. We're in a weird... this is all TMI, sorry. But yeah, we're in a weird... Having moved, we're in a strange interim between coverages where I have health insurance, yet nothing here would be in network. You know what I mean? Like, I'm still insured, but until the 1st, it swaps over to being, you know, for our local area, and that's like it's already screwed me over with like trying to get meds and stuff, and it's like I thought I thought I had insurance. This company, I'm trying to not be too specific or anything, but yeah. That is to say, the company has the same name, but apparently multiple regions, you know, and within the state itself, like not even going across state lines. So I haven't been able to get meds refilled since we moved, and I haven't, you know, I think I'm just gonna have to wait till the 1st. So maybe maybe we just walk until I don't make my knee any worse. All right, time to fly. Let's fly to Sothopolis. Yeah, it sucks. Yeah, sorry about that, Hubra. It for a long time I've been able to do it, and that didn't bug me. It helps that I was able to get, you know, some of the time would be on a sidewalk, but a good amount would be on like a kind of trail quality ground, or, you know, like something that was a little bit lighter of an impact, and, you know, well, I should say much lighter than a sidewalk or asphalt, but but yeah, it's tough in the concrete jungle for sure. It's hard. You know what I learned really quickly? Oh shoot, here we go. Battle Part 2. To be continued on the running. Oh, nice. Oh, hell yeah. Okay, I've seen this in a GIF. Stop, guys, cut it out. Oh. They're backing out. KYOGRE was like, guys, cut it out. Cut the bullshit. Yeah. And it flies away.
What's going on, man?
All right. Dang. That happened. We just flew to Sotopolis and then bada bing, bada boom. The legendaries had their fight and... What's the name of the dragon from Neverending Story? I forget its name. That's one that I didn't see until... I didn't see it, you know, until I was an adult, I have to admit. Alright. Sotopolis will never be the same. I also like how we have Maxie and I forget the other one's name. We got the Falcor, yes, yeah. The creepy dog. I have to admit, when I first saw okay, I think although I'd never seen Neverending Story, I did watch I love the 80s and all the like sequels to it and stuff, which, you know, it totally informed and colored in my perspective of an era of which I was too young to remember myself and was only there for the last few years of the 80s. So, you know, can't call myself an 80s kid. Some people try to pull that. It's like, if you're my age, you're born in the late 80s, you're not an 80s kid. Come on. I mean, that's when you're born, but like... Then again, maybe you were still just watching all the old media from the past decade, because things don't just wrap up nice and tidy every 10 years. Oh, that's awesome, Ichigo. That's hilarious. So Ichigo's in the back of the class clowning on it. Man, this guy looks creepy as fuck. Ash, born in the new millennium. Millennium. I fucked up the reverb, sorry. You gotta be born at some point, you know? We can't help it. I think one of my favorite aspects of aging gracefully is when people just freak out at just seeing the year that someone is born, who's an adult, and it's like, what? You know, like 2005 would be the, you know, good one to freak out on. Like, oh, it's like you're, you know, you're you're like faced with your own mortality every time you see a date, you know. Oh! I am so triggered right now. Yeah, it helps having an older sibling, Ash, who can like kind of bring you in on the stuff that you were a little too young for, or... Yeah. That's funny. Ichigo, you know, so for me, I'd never seen Neverending Story until like my first big girlfriend that I have. And she's like, oh my god, you've never seen Neverending Story. And it, you know, it meant a whole lot to her, because, you know, I guess she'd watched it as a kid and, you know, it held it near and dear to her. And I, you know, I didn't like just sit and just razz the whole thing, but I think it's one of those movies where you're watching it and someone's kind of, they're watching it, but they're also watching you watch it. And I can't give necessarily the full emotional weight to seeing this animatronic dragon. I'm struggling to do that at 21 years of age at that time. And just like, you know, and I think she was underwhelmed with how I was visibly underwhelmed, or at the very least made a comment or two about saying that I thought there was a level of creepiness to an acceptable level, but nonetheless, but the elephant in the room being that, hey, at this day and age, this puppetry is kind of fucking weird at some points, you know, and it's a lot to just watch it, you know. It kind of sends a shiver down the spine every now and then. How you doing, Cap Nemo? Welcome. So any never-ending story stands. Sorry, it's all right. What is playing right now? Why did the music just come in? Hold on, my system just turned itself way up. Which I'm down for, but my system. I don't understand. How did that happen? Did I turn the game up or something? Okay, I'm really confused. I don't understand. I didn't, Ichigo. It's really weird. Everything just got so much louder. But when I look at how loud it is for you guys, it's not like, it's not it's not bad. So yeah, I'm absolutely confused. Yeah. Yeah, you never watched it, Captain Nemo. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's, well, I think I could appreciate it even more now. But sure, you know, like, just like a lot of things that are aimed at kids but can be appreciated by adults, it might not exactly have the same emotional heft to someone who didn't see it back then. So yeah. Oh yeah. Thank you guys for hanging. So we got a bunch of main characters, or a bunch of, you know, like big yeah, well, main characters. Not main, but supporting cast. Archie. The weather in Hoenn has returned to its normal state. Ha ha. Ha ha ha. They all got main character energy, absolutely. Maybe what we were trying to do was something small, even meaningless, to Pokemon. So the super ancient Pokemon weren't only Groudon and Kyogre. After all our fruitless scheming and frantic efforts, that one Pokemon's simple action puts everything right again, as if nothing had happened.
My style is like
Oh,
a reaction
and
from
they're
too much
gone.
acid, never come down.
Talk to the Team Aqua and Team Magma folks, and then they take off, and we're left with Steven and William Wallace. Who, is that a beret that they wear? It looks like both Maxie and Archie have gone away somewhere. Perhaps they've gone to Mount Pyre to return those orbs. Can I find them there? Let me get to my... Magma and Aqua guys. Head in there to return their stones. Please, Soma. You know, that's what's you know, I think that's kind of one of the... Yeah, we joke, right? You telling the Pokemon to kill these folks. However, there is that implied threat in all the Pokemon series. Because it's easy to play the games and be like, okay, why is a criminal organization just letting a 10-year-old kid, they're gonna just give up because they lost a Pokemon battle? You know, like what? This doesn't make any sense. They could just beat the kid up. But that's not how it works at all, you know. The whole time, each group, it's basically the thread of like, one of us is winning, the other person is running out, getting chased in a hilarious fashion by like a dragon Pokemon or something. Some ace Pokemon that's, you know, sending you out in style as you run looking like a dumbass. Ah, you know. It's not just the Pokemon battle, you know, it's once you lose that Pokemon battle, you've lost your ability to defend yourself against this kid with these essentially weapons of mass destruction that, you know, are now aimed in your direction. Yeah, right. Alas, I have beaten you at chess. Parv, my eyes didn't deceive me. Thanks to your help, Sotopoulos, no, all of Hoenn was saved. On behalf of the people, I thank you. This is a gift from me. Please accept it. Obtained HMO 7. What is that one? Waterfall. If you have the rain badge, a Pokemon that has learned that HM move can force its way up waterfalls. Okay, all right, of course. And where does one get the rain badge? You know, don't you? That's right, you have to beat the Sotopoulos gym leader. You're all set to go? Step through that door. I'll follow in behind you. You can do a Pokemon battle to get more of your deposit back when you move. You just gotta make sure you don't further damage the place on your way out, you know. Don't go chasing HM07. This music is... It played this music in the graveyard, in that giant, like, graveyard mountain we went to, whatever it was called. Yo, how's it going, champion-bound Parv? Sotopoulos' gym leader, Hoenn, is a master of water-type Pokemon. And to get to Hoenn, an icy floor will hamper your progress. Hoenn is the gym leader here? Earlier I got that wrong. I forgot about that. Listen, I'm sorry, but that's all the advice that I have for you. The rest of the way, you have to go for it yourself. Steal their song. This McDonald's is mine now. Anybody got a problem with it? Take it up with my Dusclops. They say 2 is... But if you got 2 wands, that sounds like fun. I'll show you the sublime techniques I learned from our leader, Hoenn. What is playing? I'm just double checking because, yeah, there wasn't any music for the, you know, you didn't get the battle music or any of that. It jumped us, we just had this music in the background. Feels wrong, doesn't it? Run away. Everything is telling me this is wrong. Get out of there, Pine-Sol. This is my... This is my McDonald's. Get out of here. Yeah, you still, it's, you know, hey, we gotta respect the rules of the Pokemon League. I'm kind of curious if it ever comes, I've watched a little bit of Season 1, and, I feel like he's given a badge. You know, the badges are given sometimes in situations when I'm like, you know, Ash, I don't know if he actually earned one there. And I'm like, is that ever gonna come back to bite him? I could teach you how harsh battles could be. Do we have something weird going on with the sound in this game? I kind of want to save and maybe restart, because... Just double checking, I don't have any other, like, game windows open, do I? No. This is weird. It would be exceptional if they got rid of all the music and sound effects and just had this song play, right? That'd be a pretty... That'd be pretty weird. Hold on. I don't know what the hell's happening. Give me a second. I want to see if something is playing in the background. Okay, let me start by quitting the... We just saved. I'm sorry, guys. I'm like, I don't understand what's happening with the audio. I think OBS might be freaking out on us or something. Yeah. All right, let me start by resetting this game. See what's up. Yeah. Oh, that's cool,
Let's keep
Balpug.
this Parvinator party going.
Dustin, hey man, what's up? Thanks for the sub. What is happening? Why am I hearing this music right now? Oh my god. One second. I'd like to apologize to Parvination, because I'm having some total audio issues. It seems like it's mostly on my end. I'll tell you what happened, folks. Something got playing in the background. I looked down, and Apple Music, which I do not use, just because, you know, I've never used it before, but it was playing the Emerald soundtrack. You guys could hear just the game. When it got really loud for me, it was just a certain portion of the soundtrack that started playing. I like had it cut into a few bits because it's really long. It's pretty sweet. It's a great soundtrack, but yeah, you know, I had it cut up into a few portions, and one of those was playing in the background the whole time. Sorry for my little freak out. I couldn't see it anywhere, like, I couldn't figure out what was going on. I figured it had to be something in the background. Yeah. Alright, thank you. Sorry about that. Dustin, thank you for the sub. I hope you're doing well. Thanks, man. Thanks for supporting the stream.
Inconceivable. Inconceivable!
Alright. Oh, maybe I should have gone up. That's okay. I would be honored if Pikachu took over this stream. I'd be out of a job. You know, have you guys seen the DJ Pikachu DJ set? Gen 1 folks, prepare to get up and dance. And kind of laugh, because a lot of the music is just really funny. Funny EDM and other dance. DJ Pikachu is, yeah, I mentioned this on the stream. I was surprised that I enjoyed it as much as I did. Sotopolis City, the mystical city where history, or mystical slum. Read it again. Where history slumbers. Thank you. Maybe I should talk to the occasional NPC before I go charging up into the gym. Take me to your gym leader. Rote's coming in with a dirty joke. Sigh, Sutopolis' gym leader is really lovably admirable, but that also means I have many rivals for his attention. He's got a peel with a double edge. I couldn't even catch his eye. Please let me teach your Pokemon the move Double Edge. I'm not ready for Double Edge, lady, so I'm going to write it down into my notes. Is that going to help me defeat this gym leader you admire so much? I do have a section for move tutors. She wants to teach us Double Edge. We're in Sutopolis. Alright, man. Thank you guys for hanging. Glad I felt like total doo-doo yesterday. It was not good. Yeah. Feeling better today. Wallace is rumored to be the toughest trainer in the whole Hoenn region. This town's gym is led by the trainer who taught Wallace. The Elite Four. They're said to be even stronger than Wallace's mentor. How strong could they be? Whenever, wherever, whenever, wherever, whatever happens, I will always be friends with Mon. Because it's fun with Mon. Alright, there we go. Where else can you get the Shakira and Pokemon crossover? You never knew you wanted.
Pokemon cards.
Alright. Everyone's just standing around looking towards the center. Wow, that was wicked! When that third Pokemon flew down, I feared the worst. Well, they had nothing to fear. Rayquaza came down and calmed them all down. Oh.
Inconceivable. Inconceivable!
Where's my chat? Ah. Cool. We just caught a Pokemon Banette earlier today. Wow. Yeah, you know, it's so expensive to have an animal companion, to have a pet, man. It's expensive. And just imagine having a Pokemon, all those potions, You gotta buy it a bunch of stuff and make it win battles just to be your, you know, your friend. I think that's one of the aspects I've always thought was funny about the series, and I, you know, it's a game that is essentially has always been aimed at kids, and then typically had a big enough heart, a good enough core to also bring everybody in. But it's just funny because, of course, all the basic premises of it, like as soon as you do the, you know, slightest bit of digging into it, the whole thing is just like, wait a minute, you know, the way in which they try to cover for the Pokemon being battled, like, you know, cockfighting or, you know, any such kind of thing, you know, it's with like, oh, actually, we all live together, and, you know, they love to battle. They love nothing more than to battle, and also, you know, help us build our houses and move boxes around like the ones at the beginning of this game. Could have used a couple of those. You guys sell full restore? Yeah, the silliness, yeah. Same here, so I mean, like, it's, you know, it's... Some things are best not taken in terms of lore. With some series, it really is... Not to say, like, don't read anything, but yeah, just don't, like... I don't know. Go easy, you know? Take her easy. You know what? We have a lot of hyper. Hyper might be all that we need at this point. You know, let's see what we can do. Let me get back into that gym. Damn, it's already almost 7:30. The cave that links Sootopolis and the outside world. It seems as if the cave was made to keep something from getting out. Or am I just imagining things? Well, there was a giant Pokemon battle there. An underwater volcano erupted and forced itself up from the depths. Its crater emerged from the sea and became filled with rainwater. That's how Sootopolis City came into being. Oh, heck yeah. Appreciate the lore there, sir. Okay, you know what? Let me do this, guys. Let me get just a short... I'm just gonna get a bio break in, and then we'll do, like, an attempt or two on this gym. Oh, shit. We didn't actually make it to the gym leader yet. Okay, well, tell you what. Let's play for just a little bit longer. I'll be right back. Just a quick bio break. Hello. Hey gamers, what's up? Welcome. We're talking yeah, if you could get any car you wanted to, right? And let's say one was going through a midlife crisis, right? What car would they get to express that midlife crisis? Ash says they drive a 2023 BMW 6X. Wow, that's the six times. I don't know. I don't know my BMWs that well, but yeah, they the good ones can be built to go really fast. I learned that on the Autobahn. I was not driving, but my dad's friend was, and I'll never forgive him because that I really thought it was about to be just another grease spot on the pavement. That's an SUV? Oh, cool. Well, nice and big. Yeah. I don't know what our... You know what? I'm over here running bits, but I gotta be honest, guys. Now that I think about it, it wasn't a BMW. That was a Mercedes. Damn. Yeah. Roth said the 64 Thunderbird. Okay, nice. Those look pretty sweet. My dad, his like in high school, he got a 67 Chevy, and you know, at that point, this isn't. You know, at that point, it was. What did I say? I said 67. I meant 57. I don't know what I said, but anyway, he got a 57 Chevy, and he. At that point, it was just old. It was just an old car, not a classic yet, and. A bit of a hoopty, it seemed, but he loved that thing, and my whole life, whenever we saw something around that era, 57, 56, whatever, Chevy, he would always be like, oh my, you know, there was like you know, there'd just be a catch in his breath. Oh, look at that, you know. And I remember one that it was in our town. It was for sale under this. I can just remember the like sort of garage awning they built or whatever, and like it was just there with a little for sale sign in the windshield for like 6 months or something. And I just remember him driving me to school, to and from other, you know, town and whatnot, and seeing this over and over again. And it almost every time I'd see him like. You know, as we're driving past it, and he finally did buy one for himself about like 4 or 5 years ago. And it's pretty sweet. He bought one. It's called Pearl. Yeah, he finally got his you know, a second 67 Chevy. The first one, well, you know, didn't make it like. I don't think he had it like beyond those first few years in high school or you know, first few years of driving and. So it was the car that got away. Soma said anything from the 70s, probably. Just that Aero car, yeah. There's some pretty sweet... There's some pretty sweet... Stuff got pretty big, well, I mean, shit. 50s and 60s cars were really big, too, but yeah. You know... There's not that many classic cars out there, you know, of course, and I gotta say, you know, for me, over time, like, I used to really like driving and stuff, and I used to do autocross for a couple of years, where you, like, drive the course made of cones, and that's we're looking for a way, it beats the shit out of drag racing, and is so much more difficult and fun. But yeah, if you're ever looking for a way to express yourself in a legal situation behind the wheel of a car, you know, there's a lot of autocross clubs, and it can be so much fun. So, you know, like I come from a background like, you know, my granddad was like super into cars and stuff. And I just remember like Car and Driver, you know, he'd have like, he was just always there anytime I'd visit. It was out, it was visible, you know, and like, but over time, for me, I came to care like about just what was efficient and like, you know, not going to cost a ton to maintain. We've been able to, hey, Video Game 1980s, what's up? Welcome. We've been able to keep the same car for, you know, a long time now, so. And it's like a 2012, or 2011, I believe. And, honestly, I'd like to drive it until I can't. And it's nice. It's got a little hatchback. That's cool. We can carry, it's got quite a bit of storage space for being a little 4-door sedan. So it's like, these days, it's more on that end. I don't care about the sports side of things, but... Bah! Will a bike get us through this part? I need to put that in our key items. We don't have the one that makes you go fast, so I don't know. Oh, and Dad doesn't want us to even have this right now, but I'm doing well, Video Game 1980s. Hope you're doing okay. Yeah, Dustin, it's funny. Of course, it's in terms of driving, it's like that 57 Chevy. It's like, all right, we've begun the turn now. You know, and I would expect a level of that with, you know, without power steering. And I've driven other cars that don't have that, but yeah, it feels, you know, I feel sometimes with more modern cars, you can really be like you know, it is easy for many people to even forget that they're driving an internal combustion engine that's surrounded by a metal frame, and you know, like, it's the process of what's actually taking place. But sometimes in these old cars, man, it feels more akin to you know, Anakin setting up his pod racer, and it's all analog, and you know. Okay, don't knock drinks over. Yeah, you're hitting the switch over and over again. Yeah, you feel more. You know, you guys get what I'm saying. Like you're very much. You can't forget at any time that you're driving a big ass car that like. You know, isn't the most agile, and you know, is rocketing. Doesn't do a whole lot of rocketing, but yeah. Dude. Rotes, are you high on life? What's going on? Do I have to do it in a certain order? What's our deal? What? By any means necessary, Rose. I called you Rose. Okay, I see what we gotta do. Break every piece. Oh, we're to a new tier. The sight of one conducting a battle. The very beauty of it compelled me to become a trainer. I can battle with really rare Pokemon if you'd like. These sprites just look funny. Lady Daphne and Pokefan Anika. Finally, tier 2. T-Roy say, T-Roy's that dog that comes, they can smell it, and they might be a dog, but they know what they like. We're 100% borked around here. I had a dog that would I'll just say that when I'd go back home, you know, summer break or something from college, and like Rick was a good old boy. Well, not like a Dukes of Hazzard-esque, but was just a good old dog. And he did have one thing that bugged me, and that was that he would you know, if I was ever trying to be a bit sneaky around the house, he would always blow my spot up. He'd just start like going at my paw and like, and he'd want to go outside and hang out, and I don't know. Hit him with the leaf blade. Rick, like, hold it down, man. Come on, buddy. You don't need to let everybody know there's something very fragrant in my pocket, right? Come on, you're holding out on me, man. That's from his perspective, he's just like, let's go. Come on, let's hit the backyard, man. What's up? Rick's like, I got 5 on it. Oh, there now. Did you have a good look at my Pokemon? Wow, she's loaded. Seemed like a lot of money, didn't it? Came to this gym because Hoenn praised me for my darling Pokemon. Oh, if only I'd met Hoenn years ago when I was younger. The grace you bring to battle is fabulous. Oh, I'm so fortunate to have found Pokemon. Mountain Dew. Roths just drinks a bunch of Mountain Dew. Whoops, don't do that. Come on. Just screwed up on the D-pad. I've been wondering the same thing, Palpuck. Oh, I didn't mean to start walking. Yeah, that's gonna be a double step. Whoa, this is a lot of trainers here. I'm not gonna be able to stick around for too much longer. Yeah. Thank you, Rotes. Hey, I get it. The Mountain Dew's wearing off. No worries, buddy. Thanks for hanging.
Almost a place, still you don't feel the heat.
Let's fight a couple of these, and then I think I'm gonna have to call it. A graceful glide across the ice while crossing no lines. A trainer putting on that performance would be elegantly beautiful. Beauty Tiffany would like to battle. Cleaning power of Pine Sol. He's been in the top slot for a little while, but we've been fighting these water Pokemon so far, right? Or dark? What's your deal? Did I talk to the guy at the beginning? I've been very distracted. Pine Sol's like, don't worry, this is my time to shine. Oh, I now have a way to search for a sound effect. It's not the best setup because it's going to be, some of them are loud as hell for me, but I'm willing to sacrifice my hearing for the art. So thankfully I now have a way. Let me see if it's going to work. If I can't find something on the soundboard, maybe I can find it on here, like that for 1 second. Let me see if it's going to play. Oh, it's muted for you guys. Here, one more try. Take it from the top. There it is. Thanks for hanging, Rhodes. Hope you have a good night, man. Take care. We'll do. There will be some Sega around here. That's what they say, video game 1980s. We're gonna put that to the test. You know, I was thinking it would be fun to do. We have Jurassic Park for the Genesis. After I play a little bit more of that, and maybe the next time I play it, we'll do like half the stream on the Genesis version, and then we'll switch over to Super NES. No experience at all with either version until I played the Genesis one, so SNES is new to me. I don't know about Slam. .75 accuracy, that means it's... Go ahead and call that 50 or... One day, Rotes. We gotta finish this game. That's what's been said since the beginning. I know the dew is wearing off, man. Yeah. It'll be our midlife crisis game. We'll finally get to it. It'll ruin my life. I should cosplay as Dr. Grant. Yes. That can't be that hard to pull that off. Maybe I'll cosplay as the guy getting grabbed by the, he's sitting on the toilets getting grabbed up by the... What am I doing here? Okay, I don't think we want Slam. I know that they don't have much type coverage. They're rather gross, but I think I can ditch this. I don't use Screech much, but I could see it being useful. I don't know. Come on, a Slam. Dr. Malcolm, yeah. Pull it off. Resident Evil 40. The PlayStation 10. Oh, whoops. We want to stop learning Slam. The new Shining Force will never be on a Nintendo system. Yeah, that's right. Sega's got that over him. No, when we fired up the Genesis the other day, it was the first time in a little while, and I'm stoked for it. I owe you guys a Sonic 2 beating. I owe myself the completion of Sonic 2. It feels like I don't know how I've been able to sleep at night without it. It's been bugging the shit out of me. See you, Rotes. Have a good night. Say goodbye.
But before you leave...
No, don't. Just let him leave.
Goodbye.
Okay.
But before you leave... We'll get over it. Thank you. We can do it. I've made it to that last level. You know what it is it's a bit of like perfect storm for me of not being that experienced with the game, of course. Playing it mostly on Friday night. which tends to be the most lit streams, both in terms of the chat and sometimes the host. And then not playing the game at all in between streams, so it's not a good combination. I need to eliminate at least one of those variables at some point. It's not going to be the chat. You guys can stay. Wow. Nice crit. Hope you're doing well, T-Roy. Well, and then I saw that last message. Bam, there it is. I saw the name before I read the full message, and I instantly got my answer. Life is good. Glad to hear it, man. Don't ask him how life is when his hockey team loses. You don't want to push anybody over the edge.
That is a disgusting act.
Thanks, video game 1980s. Yeah. Well, that's, you know, if I wanted to just play the games and absolutely only focus on the game and try to play it really, really well, I would just do it. I'd turn off the lights and the camera and I'd just play the game. Yeah. So yeah, it's. With that being said, taking my eye off the ball as much as I have with this game does tend to turn a game that isn't that long into a what's probably going to be, or at 35 episodes already, so. I was going to say get it done by 40. There's some post-game stuff too in terms of the getting legendaries and whatnot. I don't know how much of that we'll do, mostly just because we've been playing it for a long time. I really, really liked this game, and honestly, there's really not the desire to get through it and finish it is not like okay, I'm tired of the game. It's just that I've been streaming it for a long time. Oh. Oops. And I bumped the phone. And yeah, you know, there's other games out there that we got to get to at some point. Comes a point when you realize you've stretched the game to an absurd limit. And you got to start working towards wrapping it up. Yeah, there really are. Yeah, and you know, it's like so little time, so many games. Part of that is too, you know, I love retro games so much, but something that I try to remember sometimes is that I love playing a game I love another time, getting in another run, but even if you're into retro games, there's still probably a lot of some series you've never touched. You know, some games you never got to but heard good things about, you know, like there's still so much out there that I haven't gotten to, and as much as I love replaying stuff, I do try to remind myself sometimes to, you know, hey, get something else into the mix, keep exploring, you know. Nothing wrong with replaying games. I better do it so much, you know, but... And of course, some games really, you know, lend themselves to that. To just, you know, replayability. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's totally... Yeah, it's good to mix it up like that, video game 1980s. And, thank you guys for hanging. Just because it's getting a little bit late, let's do one more fight, and then I think I need to wrap it up. We'll have to fight one when we stream again next time. I don't think it'll be tomorrow, but that's... We'll put a maybe on tomorrow. I have us down for Thursday and Friday. But since I missed yesterday, maybe we'll just have to go squeeze one in tomorrow. We'll see. Also, thank you guys for your patience on like start times and stuff like that, because it's been kind of hard getting into a new routine here at the new place and stuff. And there's, you know, not exaggerating when I say that there's like something that feels like it has to be done like every day in terms of running an errand or setting something else up, or so it's hard to do the full workload when I, you know, we're almost fully unpacked, or to the point where you could say that, you know. Yeah, thank you. I'm looking forward to kind of just getting into the new routine and yeah, getting rolling. I appreciate you guys being patient. And Lombre, huh? We're getting an interesting mix of mons that we're fighting here. I haven't brought Sriracha. Oh, you have water? Are you water? I forgot that. I thought you were grass for a second. Whoopsie. Well, that explains a lot. Maybe you're grass and water? Yeah, that was a good one from Powpuck. Yeah, great name. I need to give Sriracha a different... No, it's our Pelipper. We can give, there's this flying move I wanted to give it. Grass and water. Okay, that's a cool combo. There you go, Sriracha. Beauty Olivia. Yeah, you know, there was... I don't really know what happened, but I guess Sriracha made the news recently because... the like Hoenn Sriracha that's really popular. Something I read on Reddit said something about how they stiffed some like a supplier of their peppers or something, and they ended up having to get like a supply of like green peppers. So their normal like red Sriracha, you know, was used with like a different kind of pepper, different chile. The Pokemon Gym are the highest level in the Hoenn region. That's the Sotopolis Gym. A Doble battle. But yeah, so I guess for at least a little bit they started having to send out like green Sriracha. That is not that other one that they actually, you know, because they sell, I forget what it's called, but I think I've bought the other one that is made with green chilies and I forget what it's called, but it wasn't that. It was it's supposed to be just the regular one, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know much about it, but I caught like something on Reddit that someone posted a picture of you know, at the store, just showing all the bottles were green. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm trying to think if at sushi places, if I saw Sriracha, maybe it was there, but yeah, I think I'm usually just going for the wasabi and the soy sauce. I'm sure it's there on a lot of the tables though, because it is so popular. At least, you know, at a sushi place here in the US or something. Sriracha is, you know. Then there's, you know, Sriracha of course is really popular elsewhere too, but, you know, got that one brand that it's like really popular here. Hoenn. It is, like, yeah, I've heard that. I've heard that about the wasabi. Okay, well, I think basically, I bet we only have like the gym leader left at this point. Because there's no more tiers to this little underground area, and it'll still clean you out, right? Getting a little, the quote, wasabi. I need to go heal up, but I'm just kind of curious about this. Oh, whoops. Goodbye. You know what, guys? I'm gonna go hang it up. It's almost 8. I should quit. Let's go save. This town is pretty sweet, Sotopolis. Not covered in as much ash as I would have thought, you know? But I guess we calmed everything down with the Rayquaza showing up on the scene. Yeah, thanks for hanging, 1980s. This has been a fun stream, everybody. I appreciate you guys coming through. Like I said, tomorrow's a maybe. But definitely planning to be back Thursday. Yeah, I had a good time too. Thank you. Always feels good to hear, man. Thank you guys for chilling.
Oh my fucking god!
Shh, that's not necessary. Come on. All right, give me a second. Let's see who's streaming right now. Maybe we'll do a raid if the feeling's right. Yeah, take care, 1980s. Hope you have a good week. See you around. Anybody on right now? MK's playing Hollow Knight. Reebs is on doing Guitar Hero. That's funny. Awesome. Little Guitar Hero 2. Let's check this out, and then he's going to be playing some Mario 3. That sounds like fun. Yeah. Yeah, I see MK's doing Hollow Knight as well. Well, you know what? We haven't been to MK in a little bit longer. I love them both. I shouldn't even mention one unless I'm like, all right, we're going there. Because otherwise, yeah, it just sounds like we're like, you know, which one's going to be perfect? Let's go bug MK. I don't think we've popped in there in a little while. And MK is playing some Hollow Knight. Looks like they're up against a boss. I've seen a little bit of these games lately. It looks pretty sick. I've heard good things. I guess they're kind of Metroidvania style, right? Or maybe not. I will. Oh, come on. We love a little salt around here. That sounds perfect. All right, we'll go to MK this time. Reebs, we'll spin back around to you. I love that you're doing Guitar Hero. That's fun, man. I haven't played those games or Rock Band in a long time. Yeah. All right. Don't go here. What are you doing? Sorry, wrong button. All right, guys. You know what? Take him to the schedule. Get out of here. Jeez. Don't drag it out. All right. Thank you guys for hanging. Happy Tuesday. This has been a fun one. Maybe we'll come back tomorrow. I'll see what I can do, guys. All right. Thank you for your support, for watching, just lurking, the likes, the comments on YouTube. If you haven't subscribed yet on YouTube, please do so. And yeah, thanks for the follows. Thank you for the sub, Dustin. Appreciate it, man. And yeah, hope you guys have a good rest of your night. I'll get you over to MK in just a couple minutes. A little bit of a collage, then I'll get you over there. Maybe we'll see you tomorrow. If not, see you Thursday night, guys. Adios. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Come on now. That means everybody just cool out. Will you cool out, everybody?
Okie dokie.
Thank you so much for playing my game.
What kind of drugs are we talking about?
It's almost over.
Something's wrong with the G diffuser.
Inconceivable. Inconceivable.
Let's see if anybody here has a question. Does anybody here have a question?
Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? Inconceivable. Come on a safari with me.